meteorologist Mark Molnar as your host for the weather show, Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into viewers sending photos and videos here. Lucas D. from the Linden, Texas area. Been a very active weather pattern for Linden, Texas. Looking through these beautiful photos here, you can see it looks like either a frog, very large frog or toad at that here across the Linden, Texas area. It's pretty much summer-like, to say the least, here across the Linden area. And as we scroll through these beautiful photos, you can see wildlife, as well as some take on some lighting effects here, and also some night sky photos. Looking at some nice trees in the foreground, clear skies in the background, and look at that, a beautiful sunset here to finish off this 4-picture lineup here. Thank you, Lucas. And look at his videos here. Another play on some lighting effects here across the Linden, Texas area. Looking very beautiful, to say the least. And of course, we scroll through his videos here, and you can see we continue with the theme here of wildlife, as well, birds and whatnot to be had across the area. And as we scroll through these photos, you can see here a beautiful night sky and some flashes of light. I often wonder here if this is actually some lightning off in the distance, because you can see a clear sky here in the background. It's a time lapse, obviously, because you can see the tree, the way the leaves are moving here off the corner of the screen. And he finishes it off here, beautiful Linden, Texas, with a beautiful Linden, Texas sunset. So thank you, Lucas, for sending in these photos and videos, pretty much showcasing the essence of what looks to be late spring, early summer across the Linden, Texas area. Lots of heavy rain to your west and severe weather. That area will continue to slowly press into your area. Thankfully, it will weaken, to say the least. So let's take a look at precipitation totals across North America here. Look at the lower 48 into southeast Canada here, all the way to the east coast, a good 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain pushing here off the coast in most areas, and drying out here across portions of the northern Great Lakes into southeast Canada, where we get really active here across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. We get that subtropical high continuing to push up moisture. It's not going to be as blocking at this point, so we'll slowly push that system to the east here. And even out west here, we'll get into some troughiness. So look at this. We continue with what could be beneficial rains to break some of the drought, but too much too quickly is not a good thing from Dallas up to Oklahoma City. Look at this weather pattern here. That trough out west really starting to dig here. That's going to feed energy into the severe weather and the continued flooding problem here across Texas and Oklahoma, and extending portions to the east here. That ring of fire slowly starts to build off towards the middle to latter portion of this weekend into next week, and we get right back into that warmer, hotter, hazy, hot, and humid weather pattern here across the east, and that ring of fire, showers and thunderstorms forming around the outer periphery of that high pressure. Let's get right into those surface maps here. Take a look at these surface maps for starting your midpoint of the week, Wednesday. Look at this, much colder, well, cooler across much of the area as that front pushes off the coast. Look at this, lots of 50s, even some 40s across southern Ontario and southeastern Canada, Quebec here into New Brunswick. Lots of 50s, lower, mid, and upper 50s here across the upper Susquehanna River Valley, Catskills, Poconos, Adirondacks, White Mountains, all the way down into central Pennsylvania. Lots of 50s, 60s along the coastal plain here. Very windy, too, a very windy day. Would not rule out some scattered lake effect rain showers. And speaking of rain showers, all across northern New England here, extending into upstate New York, we'll get some of those afternoon rain showers developing in some of the instability of that troughiness that's kicking through into Thursday here. Take a look at this. We start to kick some high pressure in here, so we push those unsettled showery conditions out. We start to warm it up near 60 in many locations here, so more sunshine, more sun, and of course more warmer temperatures. Still a little on the cool side heading on into your TGIF here Friday. Take a look at this. High pressure, we're getting on the back side of high pressure here, so we're warming things into the 70s. But look at this, increasing cloudiness from the west. It's primarily upstate New York, southern Ontario, from London, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany, down to Binghamton, Olean, maybe as far south as Bradford, just north of State College, Cleveland, London, Ontario, Toronto, Canada here. We're looking at showers, scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm developing later in the afternoon on Friday. Mostly cloudy across this area. Temperatures warming up near 70, and many locations here heading on up to northern New England will hold on to some of the sunshine, especially northern and eastern New England here. Temperatures holding in the 60s. Heading on into Saturday here, look at this. Not too bad. It's kind of beautiful in many areas, but we will have increasing cloudiness, to say the least, from the west here, heading on into upstate New York and southeast Canada. And we will continue with the chance of showers and thunderstorms later in the afternoon. But temperatures are beautiful. As I've said here, look at this. Lots of 70-degree readings, 70 to 75 being the popular number here across the Northeast, even the coastal plain, holding on to some sunshine here with maybe a chance of an evening shower or thunderstorm possible heading on into northern New England here as well. So we'll have that system pushing across upstate New York, north central Pennsylvania, and that will be the focal point here for showers and thunderstorms. Any other location further you head away from this front, those beautiful conditions will remain. South of the Mason-Dixon line here will really get into the 80s on Saturday, but north of that Mason-Dixon line will hold temperatures into the lower to mid-70s across southern Pennsylvania. Morning sunshine, afternoon clouds, maybe a shower or thunderstorm from Harrisburg over to Pittsburgh as well. So still get out there and enjoy it. It's nice weather for this time of year, but as I said, this frontal boundary will be the focal point of trouble. The good news is, to give you a hint, on Sunday, that will move to the northeast and will bring in warmer temperatures. I'll show you that in the next segment. That'll do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern. I'll have a 5-day outlook in 10 seconds. For my hometown viewers, extended outlook, Susquehanna region of upstate New York, northeast Pennsylvania, Binghamton, Scranton, Elmira. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com, it's Twitter at WX Northeastern, and Google Plus at MeteoMark. Here's your 5-day, extending from your Wednesday all the way through your weekend here. Look at this. Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, windy. Some variable cloudy skies, only getting up near the mid-50s, very windy. Heading on into Thursday here, really nice, sunny, no precipitation, mid-60s. Overnight lows in the 30s though, kind of chilly. Heading on into Friday, chance of that afternoon shower, thunderstorm, clouding up, increasing clouds near 70. Then we head into the weekend. Saturday, that frontal boundary moves into the area, chances of showers and thunderstorms continuing up near 70, 75. And then Sunday is your nicest day, mostly sunny. We'll bump it up near 80. That'll do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.